Hey Connect family, welcome to week 5 of our All In small group series. This week we're going to be talking about what it means to go all in, to leave an eternal legacy, to make an eternal impact instead of regret.
Yeah, this week's big idea is God calls us to spend our lives and our resources in a way that will last forever. Forever is a long time, isn't it, brother?
It is a long time. It's a lot longer than a week or 5 months, 500 years. I mean, yeah.
That's right. So this week we're going to be talking about that. Question 1 is in Numbers 20, verses 2 through 5. The people and the circumstances surrounding Moses and Aaron were against them. According to verses 6 through 9, how did Moses and Aaron respond? Name a time when you've felt surrounded by opposition. How did you respond? I'll tell you what, brother, one of the things that jumps into my mind with this is when I was still working at the brewery and I'd committed my life to the Lord. And so I walked into this place where they knew who I used to be. They knew I used to be in the bars with them. So now I'm walking into this place as a new creation in Christ, and I'm sharing my faith. And I just felt like there was opposition everywhere, everywhere. But you know what? As I continued to follow Him, to follow His calling on me, to share His love with them, the Lord started working in that and penetrating hearts, and it started to be an awesome scenario. What about you?
That's true. I think about just really trying to live out my faith just in different settings. I mean, you talk about like the locker room, sports teams, when the guys are out getting together and just saying stuff and joking and talking. And, when you decide that you want to change and have the God-honoring language and honor God with your life and with your schedule, they don't usually respond very well to that. And so I've been through that, and I know many of you have been through that as well. But we know the right way to respond. And initially, it looks like Moses and Aaron also respond the right way. I know you've all heard the phrase, we can talk the talk, but can we walk the walk? For our second question, we're going to talk a little bit more about what that means, because this is a phrase that's used and referenced often, especially in regards to the church. Moses and Aaron had the best of intentions in following God, but what did they do wrong in verses 10 and 11?
Question 3 for this week. Read Deuteronomy 34. One day, we will all pass away. Discuss the things in your life that can outlive you. Thinking with the end in mind, what are the best investments of your time and your resources? How can you take the next step to go all in with your time and your resources today? Tell you what, man, one of the first things that comes to my mind, brother, is I've talked to people in the past, brothers and sisters in Christ, who've talked about, well, I give some of my time, but I don't give them my resources. Or, I give them my resources, but I'm going to keep my time. Yeah. The truth is, the Lord has truly called us to give of all. Yep. He's given us time. He's given us resources. He's given us all these things, and we're supposed to give part of all that to Him. Yeah. And that thought of what are the things you have in your life that can actually outlive you. I don't want you to be toward the end of your life thinking back on your life and saying, man, I wish that I would have made such a big deal out of this, or I wish I wouldn't have put so much effort and time and money into this. I wish I would have invested in those things that really matter. When I think about Moses looking over into the promised land, I know that it was a peaceful time, that God had ordained that time. But at the same point, I think Moses just a little bit just wished that he could have gone into that promised land. And it's my hope and it's my prayer for all of us as a church that we learn how to go all in, and to invest wisely in the things that are going to matter in eternity. Not just the things that are going to matter for a week or 5 years or 500 years or 50,000 years. Think about those things that are really going to matter, and take some time discussing that. How can you go all in, like Brian said, not just with part of your life, but with all of your life?